has many names. Kinslayer, Executioner, Death.
Date back to January of 2010, and you'll find the release of an anticipated game known simply as Darksiders. A game in which the storyline came to be pretty unique, well received, and pretty fun. Well, about 2.5 years later now, we're back with a sequel known as Darksiders II, which is a game that promises to be bigger, deeper, and even cooler than the first. Being developed by Visual Games and published by THQ yet again, we travel into a huge world in the shoes of the horseman known as Death, brother to who was main character of the first Darksiders, War. A tale of conspiracy, thriller, and excitement expected to take place. So without further ado, let's see what Darksiders 2 is all about. The story of Darksiders 2 takes place where the first one left off. This landing our past main character, War, in a huge conspiracy of starting the apocalypse early on Earth out of arrogance. War is charged with the crime and sent to imprisonment for 100 years in the chair of council. From there we find that his brother and leader of the Four Horsemen, Death, the last of the Nephilim race, doesn't fall into believing that his brother would commit such crimes and vows to prove his innocence and set his brother free. It's a tale of vengeance and redemption as Death sets out on a quest to the nether realms to seek help from the mighty that rule the realms. He then finds and feels that the only way he can prove that his brother is innocent is by resurrecting humanity. From the story you start to feel how cool and badass Death is and uses his wise tactics and take no bullshit attitude to get deep into what he's looking for. It's a story that unfolds very great in storytelling sequences and a vast world to complete it in. It continues to be heavily based off the story of the great forthcoming apocalypse, which leads to very interesting ordeals and interesting moments during the course of the story. Darksiders 2 uses the mighty Havoc gaming engine for character physics as well as their own gaming engine for environment and surroundings. And this plays off completely well as the game visuals look incredible and absolutely beautiful. First thing I noticed was the character models share a resemblance to that of World of Warcraft and Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning, but a much more polished version and great character models. But the scenery is where Darksiders 2 shines the most though. Traveling from realm to realms, land to land of areas you travel look great, and there are plenty areas to cover in this game. The game's map is humongous and full of puzzles and gives you a very sense of freeform, free roam. Death looks like what every death metal rock band would want their mascot to look at. Sinister and badass. Boss battles and characters you meet along the way look creative as well and very fitting to the story. Dialogue is superb, especially that dope ass narrator. Such an evil and sinister voice to fit the tale. Aside from the story, the gameplay has to be the best thing about Darksiders 2, making huge improvements from the first and using a traditional yet unique combat system you see in a lot of hack and slash games. Coming into the game, you would think it's just another beat 'em up, smash buttons type of game, but it's much more than that. For instance, as you progress, Death evolves in multiple areas. Combat combos are unlocked, new weapons come about very often, and your protective gear is completely customizable. It blends hack and slash with RPG at an excellent level and leaves the player with plenty of choices. Playing throughout, I can sometimes but rarely feel this game getting repetitive. It's like as soon as you think, damn, I'm getting tired of playing these same village creatures and shit, something new happens that makes you like, holy shit. Such a refreshing take you find in only limited amount of hack and slash games, video games period nowadays. I know it sounds like I'm completely praising the game with nothing bad to say, but here's where the stump comes. Sometimes, I repeat sometimes during combat, Death's reaction becomes completely strange when countering attacks that you feel you completely nail, which can sometimes get very frustrating. But back to the good side. I've only ran into that about 5 times over the course of me playing this game, And this is no short game by any means at all. With nearly 26 plus hours of main campaign gameplay and nearly twice as much as you want to tackle everything, this game is pretty long and packed with adventure. The series has also added in a new game mode known as the Crucible, where death battles through waves of enemies, and every 5th wave grants them a new item you can use during the campaign. This mode will most definitely let you know if you're the badass you think you are. Although there is no multiplayer co-op, which may be the only true disappointment in Darksiders 2, and can be a huge benefit for those having a rough time trying to get through the story. Progression is key in this game, and damn do they do a superb job of keeping it coming. I've said before in one of my videos that I would try to refrain from making soundtrack topics during my rating system, but in Darksiders 2, it would be a shame if I avoided this topic. The music is provided by Jesper Kyd, the same guy that composed such games such as the Hitman series, Assassin's Creed series, and Borderlands. Judging from that quick reference right there, do I really need to tell you how sick the music is in this game? It's so intact with the environment and character emotions to a high impact of reactions and insane cutscenes. Fits the game well and makes the player's ears feel pleasant. Well, now we've come to the final judgment, the decision from the decider. With that being said, let me say this to you guys and girls. If you felt any type of interest in this game, or felt whether or not you thought it would be worth getting, you should know by now. Darksiders is not only a huge improvement in every way from its predecessor, it has also taken the role of being one of my personal favorite games of this year so far, and one of my top go-to games of this generation. Yes, it's that good. You're getting loads of content with an insane amount of fun and very good storytelling. I give this game a 9.5 out of 10. After a terrible last month in gaming, I can gladly say the resurrection has begun, and we're looking to have a great rest of the year. As for Darksiders 2, I can happily say that Visual Games and THQ did it right this time. I guess now's a better time than ever to quote this. It's all said and done, everything in life ends in death. This is iDCL, and I'm out. Peace.